Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. This is your new moon in Aries ceremony for April 17th, 2026. All right. So, big energies. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but there's just been like this exhaustion that's been happening. Um, Good times, right? Good times. We love this. Um, okay, sorry, just give me one quick second. I'm having issues. Gosh. Let's see if I can go here. It's just since I already started Zoom, it's not letting me open other things, of course, and I got to get our music ready. So let me just quickly do that. I apologize. I know that we're in a little bit of a time crunch today, just a little bit. Should have had this ready. My apologies. No, I'm not updating that. Okay, here we go. We're ready. We are here. We're ready. Beautiful, beautiful. So, new moon in Aries energy. We're going to talk about how this is affecting each of the elements of the sign. So, like, what's this doing to the water signs? What's this doing to the fire signs, air signs, earth signs, etc. Plus, just talking about this new moon energy as well. Okay. Um, yeah. So this new moon is like more of a shift. We just moved through that full moon in Pisces, which was very emotional, like heavily emotional. Like I don't know if you guys experienced that, but there was a lot of things that kind of got out of hand, I feel, for a lot of people. And there's a lot of things that like we began recognizing that we needed to release that we maybe weren't really ready to. And that's okay. That's okay because we were like the energy was just asking us to soften, to release, to clear space. But then now this Aries energy is coming in to be like, all right, now like what are we doing with the space that we just cleared, with the things that we just released? And there's really nothing soft about Aries energy either. Like there's nothing soft about it. So this can feel very like chaotic and in your face energy as well. So remember that Aries is also the first sign, like the first sign of the zodiac. So um it basically starts the zodiac new year, right? I'm sure you've heard me talk about that before. So also think about, like the oldest sibling syndrome, right? We got middle child syndrome that everybody knows about. We got baby child syndrome, which everybody knows about. But do people really talk about the oldest sibling um energy? Like that can sometimes be very controlling, right? And that's how sometimes this Aries action can be, Aries energy can be, but it's because it wants like a true energetic reset point. So it's like, okay, where's the action? What's the initiation? Let's get some courage. Let's figure out what our identity is through this. Let's take the lead and let's have momentum, right? Like this is the energy of like I'm not waiting anymore. Whereas it may have felt previously that there was a lot happening in and around us where we weren't sure where to go, how to move forward, how to step into it. And now Aries is basically going to be like the oldest sibling who's like just going to push us into the pool at the deep end, even though we don't know how to swim. Okay, that's kind of the energy that it's giving. And it's not doing that to be like mean or to be put you in any kind of danger. It's just like, come on, let's go. We got things to do. Let's do it, right? So Aries energy in the collective, like I said, it's going to be like a push to take action. So it's literally like the oldest sibling throwing us into the deep end of the pool, even though we don't know how to swim. But it's there to support us and to help us learn our lesson or whatever, right? There is also with Aries a desire to stop overthinking. Like Aries really doesn't give a fuck. Like they are definitely the IDGAF of everything in life. They just straight up do not give a about anything other than what brings them happiness and the people that they love, because they will always fight ferociously for those who they love. But that can also turn on a dime, the people that they consider that they love, right? There is an increase in confidence in the collective right now as well. because Aries is very confident. Again, they are like, don't give a fuck, take no bullshit, take no prisoners, kind of vibes and energy. So that's going to give a boost in the confidence as well. Plus, it's a fire sign, so like fire signs are always kind of like that anyway. So that applies to our Aries, our Leo, and our Sag, as well. But yeah, you also may feel some impatience with anything that feels slow or that feels unclear. Aries is like, I wanted it done yesterday kind of vibes as well. Um, and also very like independent thinking for Aries as well. So like there's very much a strong of like, I need to do this for me type energy, not really worried about what other people need, want, or desire because they're going to put themselves first. And if you don't fit into their picture, then either that's a you problem or there's the door, right? Kind of energy that they give. So this is where people start new habits, new goals, new identities, new decisions. So I've been talking about how it's been feeling like, especially after our collective 9 year last year, how we released and let go of so much in the beginning of 2026. So far, these first 4 months, for many of us, has felt like we're just like flailing in space. We don't even really know what's happening anymore. We don't know what we want. We don't know how to move forward. We don't know who we are because just so much of us has fallen away. So this is going to help bring back in the identities. This is where we start to get really clear on that and we start making decisions based on that. But here's the thing about Aries is like it likes to move fast. So the shadow side of that can sometimes look like acting impulsively, starting everything but finishing nothing, reactivity instead of intention, and then frustration when things aren't moving quickly enough. And then that can also lead to unfinished because if it's not moving in the way that we would like it to or at the speed that we would like it to, then sometimes we just straight up abandon, right? And that can create some issues as well. Um, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the Aries new moon inside of a collective 1 year because this 1 year is very aligned with the energy of Aries, okay? Because Aries is literally the one of the zodiac. It is the firstborn, right? It's the firstborn. It's the first zodiac of the entirety of the zodiacs, right? So this energy is extra amplified, especially since one is about new beginnings, identity shifts, independence, leadership, starting over. Sound familiar? Like everything that I just described about Aries, right? So if I were to assign a numerology number to the zodiac, number one would absolutely be Aries. Um, so yeah, Aries is like just coming in and saying like, perfect, let's move, let's get through this, let's do the thing. So this is really a very potent time of the year to decide who you are now. We've talked about, becoming that bitch, like what is the vibe of that girl of who we want to be, or that man, or whoever is watching this, right? Just being that, being it, you know what I mean? Taking that aligned action from the space of who you are, starting something new and choosing yourself. But remember as well that a year one plus energy plus, sorry, year one plus Aries energy is not about chaos, although it can come. It's more about the intentional initiation, okay? Because we need to, even though Aries wants to push and the 1 year also wants to push, we need to be the ones to take a step back, to breathe, to look at the big picture, and remember that not everything at once, right? We can have it all, just not all at the same time, right? Sometimes we just gotta work on things in pieces. So, how this is going to affect each of the signs in their elements. So, fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So this is our lane. I'm Sagittarius plus my big three is all fire. I'm Sun, Sag, Leo, Moon, and Aries rising. So I'm a triple fire over here, guys. So you may feel energized, motivated, ready to go, clear on what it is that you want, but your work is going to be to not burn out your own momentum because sometimes us fire signs can get so into it and we bury and bury and bury ourselves in it so hard that by the time we come up for air, whether it's done or not, like we don't even want to look at it anymore, regardless of what it is. So just remember that it is not a sprint. Okay, it's a marathon. So let's pick a direction and just stick with it. Now, my water signs, fire and water don't always mesh that well together. So, my Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this energy might feel intense for you. So, you may feel really pushed out of your comfort zone, especially after just coming out of a full moon in Pisces. So, this might make you feel emotionally reactive as well, or unsure on how to act on like whatever it is that you feel. Like the feelings are confusing themselves. So, your invitation is to feel it, but to not stay in it and to make sure that you are moving with it. Um, I'm sorry, I just realized that my video is off. I don't have no idea how long my video was off for. I apologize. I've just been sitting here talking. Yeah, okay. Now, for the air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you may feel mentally activated, full of ideas, inspired, but also overthinking what to do next. So, of all of the elements, like our fire and air work really well together because air can feed the fire and the fire will grow air. So that they work really well together. So water and earth works really well together. So typically when we have a moon phase that is happening, depending on the element that it's with, then we know that, it's going to work out pretty well. So for this instance, it's going to work out pretty well for our fires and for our airs. But then it's the waters and the earths that may feel a little like intense by this energy because if you don't have fire or air energy in your chart anywhere or like not in your big three whatsoever, um, this can be really hard for my waters and my earths to navigate these kinds of energies because it can be a lot, especially if you don't really know what to expect. So for the airs, again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if I didn't say that already, your work is to stop planning and to start moving. Okay. So you don't need a perfect plan, even though I know, especially for my Geminis, I don't have a lot of Libra or Aquariuses in my life to be able to give you direct examples, but I know for Geminis, it's really, really easy to get lost in the shiny object syndrome, especially if things aren't working out perfectly, right? So taking that first step and allowing it to unfold however it needs to without getting discouraged of the perfectionism will make a big difference for sure. And then for our earth signs, so this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this energy may feel like very rush, like it's trying to give you this momentum that you haven't asked for. And it's trying to ask for decisions that you haven't had the time to really consider yet. Um, so it could feel disruptive, a little chaotic, because Earth's really likes stability, but Aries likes movement. So right there's already a duality that's happening within that, right? So your invitation here is going to be to take action before you before you feel fully ready. Like not recklessly, but without waiting for the perfect conditions. You know what I mean? So because it's really just helping you stretch into your growth. Um, so yeah, there we go. Beautiful. That's kind of what you can expect. So I do have a few journal prompts that are going to be specific for this moon energy. However, you will find that in the YouTube description infos. Okay, it's going to be in there. We're not going to work on that here. And we're just going to go ahead and get ourselves prepared for the meditation. So what you're going to do is you're going to find yourself a nice comfortable place wherever you may be, whether you are laying down in bed, sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, sitting on a couch, just whatever it is that can bring you some comfort, that can help you let go and just be fully present in this moment, then that is what is going to be most beneficial for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my audio here so that we can have some nice frequency music while we are meditating. And you're just going to start by taking some nice big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just letting go of the stress of this moment, of the day, of the week, the month, of the year, maybe of the lifetime, maybe of all of the past lives. Excuse me. You're just gonna close down those eyes. We're gonna take some nice big deep breaths. Beautiful, beautiful. Just as you are breathing, I want you to notice that there's this stream of light that is coming down from the universe and it's dropping into the top of your head and it is spreading out all around your energetic field. And as you're breathing in that beautiful white light and it's being sent to parts of your body that may be experiencing some pain, some discomfort, some illness. It's just going to bring in some purification energy into those spaces as you're breathing in. And we'll just stay here for a moment. Beautiful. Now, just wherever it is that you are, I want you to just feel your body being supported beneath you, whether you are sitting in a chair or laying down, whatever points of contact your body has with the surface that is supporting you. Just really feel that. We're just really grounding ourselves into our body in this moment. And even in this high action energy of Aries, we still need to remain grounded. And just quickly in your mind's eye, imagine roots extending from your body down into the earth. Stable, secure, held. Just anchoring you into this moment as we begin meditation. And in this meditation, the intention that I am setting is that we are igniting the next version of you. So you're going to bring your awareness to your core, your solar plexus, just above your belly button. And you're going to imagine a small flame flickering in this space. The solar plexus is the energy center. It is where we receive our courage, our motivation, our ability to push forward through the most simplest or most chaotic events as well. And this fire inside of the solar plexus, this is your inner fire. This is your courage. This is your life force. And this fire, it doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be present with you. With every breath, you're going to see it or feel that it is growing slightly stronger. Every time you feed it with that inhale of oxygen. Beautiful. Now, I want you to ask yourself as this flame is growing and as your courage is increasing, ask yourself, what do I want? Not what makes sense, not what is expected of you, but like, what do you, in your bones, in your soul, in your knowing of all knowingnesses, I don't even know if that's a word, but it is. What do you want? Just let that answer come to you with no judgment, just observation. Now, just notice if anything is coming up as you are declaring what it is that you want. Notice if you have any thoughts of, I'm not ready, or what if I fail, or what if it doesn't work? You can acknowledge and see those thoughts, but imagine yourself placing it outside of your body. Okay, because they don't get to lead right now. That is not that's not the leadership energy. Now I want you to imagine yourself standing at the start of a path. You can't see the whole path, you just can see the first step. And that's all that you need. See, sense, or feel yourself taking that step. Feel it in the entirety of your body. Feel that shift from thinking to actually moving forward. Next, I want you to imagine the version of you who already chose this. How do they stand? How do they move? How do they feel? You're going to step into that version of you. And you might feel some weirdness, maybe some vibrations, maybe even a little bit of nausea as you begin to embody this version of you and let your body feel every part of it is part of the process. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I would like for you to take your non-dominant hand and place it over your heart center. And you're going to repeat silently after me. I trust myself to begin. I move with courage. I don't need perfect to start. Beautiful. Now take another big, deep breath in through the nose, release out through the mouth. Begin to feel your body again. Begin to bring in some spatial awareness around you in the room, feeling the ground or the seat beneath you. When you are ready, you may open your eyes. You can also just wiggle toes, wiggle fingers, give yourself a moment in this energy, whatever works best for you. You just notice any differences in how you feel and know that this could take, a couple of days to fully integrate this energy, but it is also going to take some integration as well. So you saw that version of you who chose the path that you want to be on, like the true desire, not coming from shoulds or coulds, but actual desire. You know what it feels like to walk in her shoes or his shoes. That version of you. So let's keep those shoes on as we move forward, as we continue down this path. Because this new moon isn't asking you to wait at all. Because this Aries energy wants you to begin, not perfectly, and although Aries would want you to, not all at once, but honestly, like Aries also doesn't want you to overthink who that version of you is. It wants to decide, it wants to move, and then also being inside of this year one, that decision is going to matter more than anything. And also keep in mind before we exit here for this amazing gathering that we are the creators of our reality and we have a lot of choices that we get to make. So let's choose what fulfills you, what makes you feel alive. Because not only is Aries about action, but it's about what makes you feel alive inside, what makes that fire grow, right? So just keep that with you as you navigate these, ooh, excuse me, sorry, but navigating these energies, right? Especially for my waters and my earths. I know this is challenging for you. Okay, I get it. And that's okay. It can be challenging sometimes, actually, not sometimes, all the time. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And it's not that we necessarily have to change, but there's a lot of identities that we let go of over the last year. And even still in like the first few months of this year as well. There's been a lot of releasing, letting go, reevaluating our relationship with ourselves, reevaluating our relationships with others, and seeing the holes and the gaps in the relationships that are some of them the most meaningful to us. But we're starting to see how it doesn't really work. And for my waters and for my earth, that sometimes can be really hard to look at because y'all are loyal. And that's not to say that Aries isn't, but Aries is more loyal to themselves. And when you have energies like our waters and our earths who love others equally as much as they love themselves, that can be a challenge. So just love yourself through this more than anything else and take care of yourself through this. Make sure that you're drinking your water and that you're acknowledging anything that comes up for you. Okay. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me in this new moon and Aries gathering. If you have any questions, please do feel free to leave them in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about these energies and what's going on. If you've been feeling extra exhausted, feeling like you need to nap all the time, having a hard time working through anything at all, like in general, first of all, you're not alone. So many people are feeling it, but sleep, water, rest, recovery, all of those things are going to be massively important as we continue to navigate these various energies that are happening, the solar flares, and all of the other, what's the word I'm looking for? And all the other things that are coming to the light right now in the collective that doesn't feel great. And all of the challenges that the collective is facing in regards to maybe war, maybe um, the clarity that we're getting around some of the things that we've been deceived about our whole lives, like grand scale things, right? But we're just gonna breathe, we're gonna move through it, and all will be well. Okay, friends. Until next time, have an incredible day, month, week, year, whenever I see you again. And yeah, just take care of your energy, sleep, rest, eat, drink, and do your best. Bye for now.